All right, it says we're live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome,
Hello.
Skipper. Welcome, Mike. And Pam's not going to be with us. She's super stuffed up, and haven't heard from Susie, so she may come in and she might not. We'll just see. So right now you've got the Three Stooges. I mean, an all-male cast. The Three Stooges was right, wasn't it? So we will see how it goes. Let me see who's in the chat. I don't think a lot of people yet. There's Huawei. He was first. And then he's got all the links there. And there's Dragon Lair. And Dragon Lair. Hey, Coro. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Trouble, Double, and Bubble. Ah, that's a good names for us. I like those. Uncle Smiley's from Atlanta. Howdy. Um, Patrick was saying he's having trouble urinating. I know that can be a complication from pain medicines. And, you know, being a nurse and all, Patrick, I'll be glad to slide on down there to Alabama and catheterize you if you need it. If you need it now, I'll be glad to help a brother out. We can even leave it in, too, just so I don't have to do it every 8 hours or so. Thank goodness you're not hurting much. Yeah. Well, if you can't pee anyway, I'll just take the pain medicine. That'd be my diagnosis. Sorry about the bifocals, but make your judgment on who is who. Skipper saying hi, everyone. Skipper, you are a mod. I was thinking you were.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking you were. So we don't have a guest, and we don't have a topic per se, but you know, we never have any trouble finding something to talk about. I know last time we talked about axolotls and such, so we have a vast knowledge amongst us, and we're very humble as well. So, and if anybody in the chat wants to join us, hey Sarah, we can put the link there. What's your favorite tea? You seem like a tea person. But anyway, let's see. I was telling Mike and Skipper about my new snake that got away from me. I did post a video about it. There's not much to see. It's only like a minute. But I talk about how super fast it is, and it was in the bottom of the bag, and I barely had the bag open. And the next second, literally not even a second, I was seeing the end of its tail. I never saw the snake till it was gone. But I did catch him and put him up and did a video on him, but he's something else. Super fast, like a coil or I don't know. I've heard people talk about how fast snakes can jump across the room. I believe it now. I believe it.
I can imagine.
May take you up on that. This full bladder pressure is way worse than the. You ought to get the doctor to give you some straight casts and catheterize yourself just to relieve it every couple times a day. I had to do that to one of my dogs, and it got old with him, so we just started leaving one in. Mike, what's going on with you? You look a little bit tanned or something, Mike. You been outside enjoying the weather?
A little bit.
I thought so.
We had, it was 83 here Tuesday and snowed that night.
Yeah. It was 70 here one night and then 30 the next night, and it's been cold ever since. What's your weather doing, Skipper?
Well, we had a really nice day. What was that? 3 days ago when it was pretty much across the country. It was up in the 60s, which was a tease because now it ain't been getting up past 40s. It's been pretty cold at night. Just I went to work this morning, got my truck, and it was almost in the 20s. It was like the low 30s. And that dog's warm now.
I got that little heater for my feet, and I pushed it over there off of me. That's the worm. There's the worm. Uh-oh, here she comes. Yeah, she likes it. She likes that heat. Well, I always said my balls are already clenching. Do we have to talk about catheters? No. But if you need one, I'll volunteer to come and do yours too, Sam.
That'd be torture. I don't think so. No.
I had to have one time from a surgery, and the doctor left it overnight. And the nurses, I knew, I worked with them. One of them thought she was going to take it out. I said, "Oh hell no!" I took it out. Nope. Nice
They would
try.
love to. They would have loved to have tortured you.
Yeah, it didn't hurt bad or anything. It just felt weird coming out, like you had to pee or something. It was a weird feeling. There's a pill for that, right? Right. Well, Skipper still has no reptiles, I'm assuming.
Yeah. What I
Yeah.
would like for us to do, it's going to cost some money. And I got to find a
What?
place to put it.
Frogs.
Well,
Pallet.
the paludarium setup. I don't want to do it small because then you get into it, you're going to want to get something bigger, and then you have an extra tank, or you got two of them, two paludariums, and we don't have a space for two, let alone one right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a 55 on two shelves. That didn't make sense. It's on the bottom shelf and the top shelf. I left the stand in place, and I've been dragging it a little bit at a time. And this evening, after this, I'm going to get it on in the reptile room and put another, not a 55, a 40 breeder on top of it. It's that size stand. So I'll have my new big snake and another one that's big that needs a bigger place in those two. But I'm going to open that other room over there where I've got that pond laid out that I never finished putting together. I'm going to fold it up and see if I can find some kids that want it. What about you, Mike? You need a pond? You can put it in your backyard. Make it warm.
Just selling off a bunch of my empty tanks right now.
No. Do you have any fish set up?
No.
I was surprised running around with Ed the last couple of weekends that I did get fish, but I saw fish I wanted. I went by the local fish store to get some crickets for my chameleon and leopard geckos on the way home, and he had some the filament barbs like those big ones I have, but they had ick when I was in there last week, and I said they got ick, and they were all cleared up now, but of course that's still in the water and it may be still in their gills and stuff. But I told him I'd already got 4 over the weekend, so somebody else take them home. Drive safe, mountaintop. You thought it was priapism? I've never had that problem. I wouldn't mind having it sometimes now, but it can be pretty dangerous. I don't remember doing it. Okay. So we're talking about catheters and everything else. I didn't see it where it said mountaintop was going somewhere or something. It just says drive safe. There's Anthony. Yep. He knows what it is. Somehow Sam knows a lot of medical terminology. I'm not sure how. But he does.
Sorry.
Hey, Ashley.
Anthony. I don't know if did I ever tell you the story about having to feed somebody snake for them?
Having to beat it up.
No, feed it.
No.
So it was a ball pipe. Yeah, it was a python. Yeah, this has been a while, and I thought it was pretty cool. That stuff don't bother me. Like we went to a place down in Florida last year. Year before. Man, it's 24 now. I'm still thinking 23. In 2022, we went on a cruise. We left out of Florida. We went there. We did some snorkeling, fish. I put some shorts up about it. But anyways, when we was on our way back, we stopped at this Gatorland thing. You got there, and you walked through this big gator's mouth into the store, bought your tickets, and then you just went out. So we got to see a bunch of gators and a bunch of other stuff. But the one section we went and sat and did a show, and we sat there and we held a snake and a gator, a small one, not like a real big one where it's going to cut and bite your hand off or anything. One of the things I thought was pretty neat is my daughter, she didn't care. She held them both. And she's 8. At the time, she'd been 7. But it was crazy. She just loved it. It was great. But anyways, that snake, it needed fed, and the only way it would eat is alive. It would only eat live. It wouldn't eat frozen. So I had to put it in there, and this is when I learned that they hibernate. Or is that right? Hibernate, or is it? What's the other one?
Brewmate.
Yeah. So which one? What does a python do? Hibernate or bromate?
I don't know if a python does because they're tropical, aren't they? Do you know, Mike?
I've not heard of one. Dude.
Well, is there a time to where they just won't eat even after they were fed and it's been a while? Like they usually can feed a snake and it can last so many days or maybe a week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just wouldn't eat. So it wouldn't eat and I had to wait a couple more days, and they wanted me to go over and feed. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't do it. But it was crazy that it just wouldn't eat. It didn't look sick. It didn't look nothing. It looked perfectly healthy. And it was its time to eat, and it just didn't want to. I don't know how normal that is for pythons, but I just thought it made me think at that time that they went into a little hibernation time, but I didn't know.
Ball pythons.
Thank you, Wrangler. I thought
if
so.
it was a ball python, yeah.
They go off food sometimes for months. Okay.
Yep. Sometimes temperature, humidity, if they've got a parasite, just anything could be wrong, and they'll do it. Fun part is force feeding them when they do that and they start losing weight. Usually they'll be okay for a while, but they're losing weight. Peyronie disease. What is Peyronie disease? Now I'm curious. I don't think that's a real disease.
I don't know.
I think I just Sam being Sam.
Could be.
Sam might have got a new dictionary. Medical dictionary.
I don't know what he's.
What were you trying to feed that snake? Oh, you
There's
didn't.
that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't real big neither. Like, it wasn't too big for it. It was fine. I am not looking that up, Sam. I'm sorry. I don't trust you.
We're kind of in the middle of something right now. Look it up.
Oh. I see what it is. There's a message held for review. Okay.
Thank goodness, huh?
I am not reading that out loud. There it is. Don't read that out loud. What Dragonlair said.
Oh. Coro said he knows what it is.
Oh, my God. Hello, Daniel Velez.
Hey, Daniel. Cover your ears if you're coming in here.
Yeah, chat's going crazy.
I'm telling you. Thinking about all the money, all that 39 cents I'm going to get taken away from me. Get demonetized for this stream. It's going to be rough.
The only thing I remember whenever we did have the frogs and we were keeping them is the humidity. You definitely got to keep it right. You got to keep And we were doing really good with them. It just they aged out. Well, since you just go ahead and get one up here, Susie Q. But that's true medical terminology, you're right? Just don't read the definition out loud. Right?
Too late. Yeah, and don't be reading that smut in front of Susie, please. Don't scroll up, Susie. Oh my God. It's TMI. So, trying to think of something to pivot to real quick, but didn't. Can't.
I don't know why my brain's a little fried. It's been a long week. Thank
It's
God I
been-
got the next 2 days off.
I don't. I got to be at the Ark tomorrow the whole day. Usually Saturdays I go in like 3 hours and close up at the end of the afternoon, the evening. But I'm there all day, and I'm probably going to have 2 adoptions from 2 people that were there today. I hope so. Hey, Alec.
Well, I know I got to take the dogs to the vet for booster shot for the limes. All 3 of them. That's going to be fun.
I had to give Terry, the new one I got, had to give her when they did a heartworm test on her when I got her back. She had a mild positive for Lyme's disease, so they said she must have been bit by a tick that was carrying it. So she had to take a month of doxycycline to kill it off. Get Skipper thinking about, and he can't keep him focused. I know, right?
I already blocked that out, what they're talking about. Got to remember where I work, Sam. But
let me let Susie in. She's been back there crying and crying, trying to
knocking on
get
the
in
door.
Here.
Oh Jesus!
Why am I sideways? What?
She fell over. She fell over. Now.
Is this better? Am I right side up?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
What kind of smut are you guys talking about? What
You
are
I
we
don't
talking
know.
about?
You don't want to know, Susie.
Well,
I
it
offered
all
to go over
started
to
with Dad.
Alabama and catheterize Patrick Dragon Lair because he's having trouble peeing from his pain medicines after his surgery Wednesday. So, being a nurse, I thought it'd be a nice thing to go over and catheterize him, but he didn't take me up on it yet. And then it went from one thing to another.
I can imagine. Do you guys want to see what my daughter got me?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let me blow you up. Hold on.
I got a gas mask.
What are you going to do with it?
For when I pour the resin.
Oh, I see.
Because she's a nurse, she said, I don't care if it smells or not, you need to wear it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But
Are
since
you-
when did they become the parent and now I'm the child? Like, what?
Are you into resin right now? I see you got
I
your
am. I am. I've been making some miniature aquariums. I'm trying to make an art display for the class. Woo.
If y'all haven't been following, like especially on Facebook, you need to be following those because she's really gotten pretty good with that stuff.
I'm having fun. I want to do a whole session with Ed. I really do. Because he
Oh,
is so
yeah.
good at this stuff and I just want to get better.
I
Well,
Who's got a problem peeing? Sorry. I don't even know where that came from.
I mean,
everybody's hand went up when you showed those gloves. I do. Who's got a problem? Can you show us any of your wares?
Yes, if you would like to see them.
I
Oh my
would.
gosh.
I don't care what anybody else says. I want to see them.
All right,
I don't care.
let's see here. I don't care, he said. I don't care.
I noticed you were using a toothpick that last one I saw a day or two ago to set the stuff in.
Oh, it's tiny. It's tiny. Okay. So here's one of the things. And guess what I'm building now? Little 1-inch cinder block so that I can build a fish tank stand.
No way.
Yep. Let's see if I got a.
That's so small. There, getting better. Look at that.
So I've got my lemon tetras in here and a geophagus in the back. I even got my sponge filter, and it's aquascaped. Like, I'm like, what? And it's not just fish. I'm also doing reptile enclosures that are like this big, which is why I had to learn the resin.
How much you want for that?
And then
Wow.
that is, and these are pictures of my fish. These are
So
pictures of my fish that I scaled down, printed out. This one's harder to see because I did it backwards, but oh well.
that one's dark. I can't see that.
Yeah, it's dark because I did it backwards by accident. I am having a blast. I cannot wait for the Keystone Clash. And then these are my Celestial Pearl Danios
So
and a
wait a minute,
goldfish.
you're saying that's a picture?
No, these are individual fish that I cut out. I mean, we're talking mega tiny. Like, here's the clown loach.
Okay.
I cut them out, glued them together, gave them a little meat on them. Then I cover it in Mod Podge so the resin doesn't bother them. And then I set each one up in the tank, and I'm only putting in fish that belong with each other. So it's like getting really hard, but I don't care. I am having fun.
Are the pictures on both sides of the fish? Or
Yep,
just
they were printed out on one side, and I printed them double mirrored, and I'm folding them together and gluing them together.
wow.
And then I trim all the edges out. And then I got to make some plants and stuff for the for like the aquascaping. Oh my god. I don't know what I thought I was getting into, but look at all these fish.
That's pretty neat too. I like that. I like it.
I'm having so much fun, and I'm gonna build like a little mini of my fish room and reptile den,
Oh my gosh.
and that's what I'm gonna display. It's inside a 10-gallon or 20 long. I think a 10-gallon, and I'm gonna display that as my art thing. Ed has inspired me.
Well, I couldn't believe how tiny the plants were, like the little veil and stuff like that you were putting in the.
Oh my gosh, we're talking these teeny tiny tweezers, like, and then putting them in one by one and trying to get them to stand upright while I pour the resin. And now I got to worry about wearing a gas mask. So my God.
Yeah, that stuff will fry your brain, Susie.
But I'm having a blast. And I made, trying really hard, but I can't figure it out. My brain is not figuring this out. I made a pond. I don't know if you can see the koi
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a pond. I'm trying to make a mold of a pond, and I just keep making the inset. And I'm like, no, I want to make a mold of a pond insert so I can make lots of ponds for my miniature people. And this, I had so much fun. There is like 7 koi in here. I've got plants. And then somebody else
So,
asked me if I could make that a fridge magnet, they would buy it. Like, what? So then
oh,
I'm
you'd
like,
be
how much?
surprised.
How much?
So you let's get back. You say you want to make a mold of a pond. You're trying to make your own mold to dump the resin in.
Yeah. So I thought this was a good start. Like if I poured the resin in, it would give me all these levels, except for there's no edges. So the resin would just fall over the place. So I forgot about the lip that has to go around.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to have rocks around the edges, but I figure like that might be too hard for me to make in a mold for my first mold. Then I broke the mold. But this is the beginning of the template used to make the mold. So I'm waiting for my let me show. I'm having so much fun. So I figured out, sorry for the squeaky chair. So now I'm putting it in here, but I ran out of silicone. The silicone has to come up to here. Then I can take this blue insert out. Then I can fill that with resin and it will be my pond insert.
Oh yeah.
But I ran out of silicone. But this is, I feel like I'm so close. I'm like almost there. Almost.
I think that would work.
I'm hoping, man. I am having so much fun. And then I know some people use cement instead of resin, but there's this like eco casting powder I want to try. I just don't know who sells it. It comes out like
Hmm.
almost like cement, but lightweight.
Ed might know that. Sketty Nana says that she's been collecting tiny rocks to use in tiny tanks. They're gray and green and red and white and gray again.
Oh my God, how beautiful.
But she says if you want some, uh, she's not sure how dark they go in resin, but you can have some, I guess, if you want some.
Oh, you're so sweet. Are you making a small pond?
Using tiny tanks, it says.
Oh, does she have dolls, right?
I don't know.
Do you
You
have
do.
dolls?
That's not her.
Oh, I
You
see
do.
somebody has dolls.
Uh,
Somebody, Nona.
no,
Uh,
that's, yeah,
But
close.
she got
well,
little tanks. I've got some molds here. These are my tank molds. So this is my 40-gallon breeder mold. This is almost like if it was a 30-gallon breeder mold. This is a 20-gallon. And this is a 10-gallon. So when I pour resin in here, it's equating to a 10-gallon tank, and this is a little 5-gallon tank.
that's crazy.
Oh my God, you're kidding. You're not kidding. I'm like, and I'm trying to make them all natural aquariums with dirt and sand and plants and like, oh my God.
Did you make the molds?
I'm trying to make a mold. This mold I made. This mold I made, but it got thrown away when I was done, so I didn't do it right. I didn't do it right. But it made the aquarium fine and nice and shiny.
Yeah.
But the mold itself got thrown away because it was all torn apart. So that I think that's when I was first learning about silicone, and it's not the same as resin, and not realizing silicone sticks to silicone. It all like melded together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She said that was Nola.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
And Cora wants to know if you can do a metaframe.
What I don't know what a metaframe is.
Oh, act like you're not old enough to know what a metaframe is. Those metaframes were the aquariums we used to have that would shock you if they were aluminum on the sides and slate bottoms.
I have like 5 of them. I got you.
See,
I
yeah,
didn't know that's what they were called.
yeah.
No, I'm not. I am making all glass aquariums, and I'm putting black electrical tape along the top and bottom to simulate the plastic. So I'm not
Cool.
doing any real fancy foo-foo rimless tanks. I'm just doing like the ones that are in my fish room right now.
Wonder what you could do to simulate the metal.
Metal. Like this.
aluminum foil.
Foil, yeah.
But back to what Sketty was saying about them rocks. All she has to do is put them underwater, and whenever you put the rocks in that resin, it should look like it is actually wet, right?
Yes. Yes. So this is peel and stick vinyl. Look at it.
Oh, that would work.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh,
And
for
you can
sure.
really even out the wrinkles better than tin foil. And this is just a vinyl people use on when they're making t-shirts and stuff.
Alex, an old one too. He said stainless steel. I said it wrong to pull all the old
Yeah,
ones.
stainless steel.
I'm kidding, Alec. You know, Ed and I just remembered, kind of related to this. We saw at one of the aquarium places we were recently some plants that could be in a terrarium or whatever, but it had to be terrarium. It had to be out of the water, but it had acrylic or something like splashed on it, like you just sprayed them with water. And I'm like, that is so cool. What is that? And it's like, it's just acrylic, and they were expensive. And I said, you can get this same plant for like $9.99 at Hobby Lobby, but they had it like $30.
Oh my.
Had a few drops of acrylic, and he said, I can do that.
But now, were there real plants?
No, they were just like
okay.
silk or plastic, but it looked like beads of water on them because they had acrylic bubbles or drops.
Yeah, and this is UV resin. So you could put a drop, put your UV light on it, and it dries like within 10 seconds. So you could put
Huh.
like 5, 6 drops all over, put the
Right.
light on, it's all dried up and it's done.
I'll take an order of those, Susie.
They were. I do want. I'm gonna start making a terrarium. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Like a little tiny terrarium, and I want it for my. It's gonna be for. What's that noise?
I bet
Go
you,
ahead.
Skipper.
Is Skipper getting called away in emergency?
No.
Okay, good. But yeah, I want to make a little one with front opening doors. I want it to be 4 inches long. That would equate to a 4 foot long tank, and I want a little pond in it, and like frogs or something in it, so like a paludarium.
You know what you need to put in it is a
A snake.
hognose snake.
How great would that be? Oh my god, that would be great.
A hognose, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm having fun, and it feels like because I've been in the miniature hobby since the 70s. I've been keeping fish for probably what 8 years now, maybe almost. This is combining my miniature hobby and my fish keeping hobby.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and it just is so much fun. It's like, what?
I really like some of the coasters that you've been showing.
Do
Those are
you
so
see some of
cool.
them? Let me show you some of these fancy foo-foo.
They
I'm
are.
trying all different ones. Now these are fancy foo-foo with silver lining. They got the purple diamond rocks in them. These are gorgeous fan-shaped ones. Then I got, and I made these for the Bucks County Aquarium Society, but you can use any 3-inch sticker. Look at these acrylic coasters. Aren't they gorgeous?
Oh, wow.
And you can just use your sticker to make it. So I could make reptile. Look at, I put my QR code. But yeah, but a set of coasters goes for $40 on Etsy. So I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
now after it took me like 8 days to make one set of coaster, I can see why it costs $40. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy cow. And then these, I'm sorry guys, I'm just having so much fun.
Oh, I'm loving it.
It
I
looks
like
like
that's the
tie
one.
dye.
I
I
know,
put
right?
dibs
And
on it.
I made these out of manipulating alcohol ink inside the resin and just stirring it a little bit, and it's like, oh my god, they worked! It worked! It came out like little flowers. I'm like, what?
I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
one of the sets I put dibs on when you posted them. I like them all. Is the problem?
I like them all too, and playing around with different mediums. I wanted to see if I could encapsulate napkins in coasters. That way, some people could have like napkins match their coasters.
Oh, wow. Fancy.
These are napkins that I made into coasters.
Oh, my gosh.
There's some, but this one it didn't. I did a tie dye because I got crazy, but I got to make it one like this that has this napkin on the bottom. It's
Yeah.
like a nice spring hyacinth flower, for non-fish people.
There was some Sketty Nuna put something in the chat about, and I don't know what it is.
What's that?
A glow in the dark firefly petunia.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got glow in the dark axolotls. See these? Making these axolotls from a mold is so much fun.
Oh, you made that?
I did. I made them.
How'd you make the mode?
Good thing.
So if you have a toy, you can use the toy as your template and then put it in a little container upside down and pour your silicone on it. Pull the toy out, and now you could just keep pouring resin and making more and more and more.
Mm-hmm. That's
So,
cool.
good thing my daughter didn't see that.
She likes the axolotls?
Oh my god, yeah. She has stuffed animals, and we have an axolotl. It's kind of the only thing close to a reptile I have in this house right now.
Axolotls are so cool. So cool. You can take me down, Bob. You can make me not so big.
No, I'm enjoying watching you squirm.
I could say that's what he said, but. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I am having fun playing with it. Let me tell you, though.
So what got you
Um,
into doing miniature stuff? I gotta. Oh, nice T-shirt.
Ed said he's got to get one of your shirts, but I told him you changed your logo now.
I'm gonna still keep the old one up there. I gotta put the new one on a T-shirt. If I remember, I'll do that tonight.
Yeah. What did you start to ask or say?
Oh, I was wondering what got her into doing the miniature stuff. Like for me, my eyes would start crossing,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I don't
my
need
brothers had a
glasses. But
train set. My brothers had a train set. I wasn't allowed to touch it. And getting into miniatures was almost like an equivalent to having my own train set that I
Mm-hmm.
could touch that my brothers couldn't. And my mother was into, she's an artist. She was an artist of every medium you can think of. She was just extremely talented. She actually taught art classes right up to when she was in the senior center and stuff like that. But she showed me how to do needlepoint and all this stuff in little teeny tiny. And I started making dollhouse furniture for my oldest daughter, and then I just got hooked. My oldest daughter never got that dollhouse, by the way, and she's 41 now. It's still my prized possession. That my
She's still fretting about it too, I bet.
no right. And it's funny because I always have a decoy dollhouse for when kids come over. Like, yeah, you can touch that one. You can play with that one. Don't touch mine. So yeah, I've been into the miniatures and trains, and I just absolutely love it. And the resin and I've never played with the resin because I always thought it was like so toxic and dangerous. Now I figure I only got a couple, I was gonna say a couple years, a couple decades left, let's say. If I'm lucky, 2 decades, if I'm lucky. Fuck it, I'm going for it.
Why do you say only a couple of decades left? I've got till I'm 89, so that's a long time.
That's 2 decades for me.
Well,
I'm 65.
Yeah.
2 decades, 75, 85. Like, how much longer am I gonna live?
Are you working in that stuff now without the mask?
No.
Okay.
Don't tell my daughter. My daughter doesn't know about reptiles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Blackmail.
Because I would get in trouble.
Alec wants to know if you have a GMO axolotl.
Yes. No. I gave him away last year. I did. He was my male breeder. I did. They're gorgeous. Talk about almost glow in the dark eyes and creepy looking and beautiful all at the same time.
Ed
I
looked at
just
axolotls, but he didn't get any.
I love the axolotls.
I just looked at that plant that she was talking about.
Yeah.
I gotta get one of those for out front.
Well, what's the name of the plant in real life?
No, that's the name of it. It's called a firefly petunia. It's genetically engineered.
Wow.
It got mushroom genetics mixed in with it, and it literally illuminates at night.
Can you bring up the picture? I want to see this.
Yeah, I can. Bob's gonna have to.
Okay.
Make you big?
No,
You're going to put it backstage. I'm ready.
it's her.
All right. See, it didn't show me that. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Oh my gosh. That's a freaking amazing.
Yeah, hold a minute.
Damn it. Glow in the dark.
That's what it looks like at night.
Wow.
Well, does it bloom? It's a petunia.
That's the flowers right there where my mouse is. That's the petunia flowers.
Wow.
The lighter green color and then the darker glow, the leaf.
that
Way
said
to go,
it's
Scary.
$30. I wonder if they replicate.
I don't know. It'd
Yes,
be
Anthony said yeah.
Did you said it was engineered? Like genetically
yes,
engineered?
yeah, genetically engineered. Let me skim through this. It's from a type of mushroom. Oh, there it is. And it's a bioluminescent mushroom called this word, and don't even ask me to say that.
Is it that one Coro typed?
Wow.
I can't see the little one.
That's a different.
Different one. Okay. Oh,
Wow.
it's illegal to propagate them.
That's
Uh-oh.
like the glowfish. It's illegal to propagate them, but people do.
Yes, but if you can get a seed from the flower, just keep doing it yourself.
That's
Uh,
propagating.
Yeah,
Coro
but you
said,
can
can you
sell
pull
it.
those up, Skipper?
Yeah,
That
I'm
one?
gonna drop it down for a second.
Not as bright as the petunia.
That's
And it's
amazing.
from it's an air plant. The gene is from a bacteria.
Wow.
Susie, are you selling any of those wares yet?
I am researching now how to do a craft show. I've never done a craft. I've done miniature shows, but I've never done a craft show. And how to do a craft show and what do I need to get prepared for one? Because I'm going to start going to look at craft shows, and then I'm going to try to get a table at a couple and see if they sell. But I will be putting them on my Etsy. I was told after you make the coasters, wait 3 weeks before you give them to a customer, just to make sure that the heat resistant top coat that I put on stays heat resistant.
Mm,
So, and I'd hate to give, sell somebody a $40 set of coasters and they say, oh, it caught on fire. Or, oh, I got a ring around it from my beer or whatever. Like, what?
right,
But yes, I do. I do want to start selling them. I'm desperate. Well, Bob, I'm desperate for money right now. And
right.
I'm looking to hustle any way I can.
All right.
Speaking of hustling, may I just say, Science Gal started making these crocheted axolotls. And they're all different animals. I bought one. Of course, I bought one. I want to support her anyway, but I bought one and it's adorable. And she sent what my grandma used to have. It's about this big around and it's just a crochet, but the yarn that my grandma used to make them scrub dishes. And she's selling them as tank scrubbers.
Wow.
I'm like, how ingenious is that? Like, I love our community. When we got to hustle, we hustle. We hustle. We got to hustle.
Well, I know a place. It's going to start back up here in April. Uh, it's a lot. It's an auction. If you make fish related miniatures or whatever, and you want to sell them, we could try doing it in an auction style too.
Oh, wow. That'd be cool. I can make them into magnets so that you don't need a miniature setting. You could just put the little aquarium on your refrigerator or something. I can make them into keychains too.
I'll get with you.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Oh, you're talking about your auctions.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so cool. Oh my gosh. I'd be so afraid, all this work you put into it and then like nobody bids on it. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed.
Are we shipping plants, etc., through your?
Oh, good. It went sideways.
Yeah, Coro. If people have aquarium plants, also yes, we can do that.
Oh, cool.
Pull that up backstage, Bob. That's what he was talking about.
Let's see.
It's an air plant.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't like that's just crazy.
That is beautiful. Is that glowing? Is that glowing?
Yeah, it's a bacteria that's in it that it's split into the genes so that it has that.
Wow. Wow. That is so nice. I love the air plants. I put them in almost all of my terrariums because you could just attach them to the tree branches and stuff. You just got to keep them misted. That's all.
I've never
That's
had
pretty
good
cool.
luck with air plants.
Do you keep it? A lot of people don't remember that they have to mist it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But you don't water it, you mist it.
I didn't know
And
that.
it's perfect for a terrarium because you're misting your terrariums all the time. Either you have
Yep.
a self
Yeah,
mister
it
in it
makes
or
sense.
you're hand misting it every day. So they
Yeah,
really
that makes
do
sense.
great.
I finally bit the bullet and got a big volume, a lot of pressure mister,
I'm so jealous.
a
That must be
hose.
gorgeous.
Actually, I got it somewhere that it wasn't a whole lot.
How
Uh,
many hoses do you have coming out of it?
just one
Because you
main
can
one.
split it and make go to two terrariums.
Yeah. Oh, that
Oh,
just
that's so
reminded
cool.
me. I have a package of all kinds of cool stuff from Timu. It got me thinking about Timu, and I ordered some stuff.
Uh-oh.
And it's just all, it was only like 39 bucks, and it's a
I'm
whole
telling
bunch
you,
of
if you
stuff.
thought Amazon was the devil, Temu is 10 times worse. Ay, ay, ay.
I haven't even went down that rabbit hole yet.
It is, they get you in too, because there's a $24 item they're selling for $4. It's like, but they're only selling it for $4 this week. And so, of course, you get, and I mean, you, like Bob said, you could fill up your cart for 1/8 the price. And I think it's their way of hooking us in.
Well,
Once we're all hooked in,
they do like spin the wheel thing, push the button, and you get 20% off or 90% off. Of course, they get
90 up to
90
90% off. Yeah.
every time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get that.
I'm waiting for a Temu order coming in now, and I
Uh,
don't even know why I just couldn't help myself. It's
this is
bad.
all kinds of stuff like a strip to put along the door at the back of the ark, under the door, and just it's stuff I'll use, but it's for here and the ark, not just me. I don't even remember what all I got.
There's a couple of fish keepers that did an unboxing from Temu of all aquarium related stuff.
I
Might
saw
even
one
have been
guy.
Irene. I'm not sure.
Ed said he was going to do one. He mentioned to me, but I don't think he's done it yet. He's already got the stuff.
Wow.
Manipulation. Sam's back from wherever the hinterland, I guess. Thanks for the tip, Anthony. Timu is a trap for sure because
It is.
it got me. That and the auctions on the underground reptiles. Those are the two things.
Oh, once you told me that's what it was, I made sure to stay away from that. I knew.
Oh my God! I just got a pop up. I noticed that they have 17 new things started auction just now. Whatever time. I just got 4 snakes from them. Just got 4 snakes in the mail.
Oh my gosh! You built that reptile room, man. It must be filled up by now. That is great.
He's stacking them.
I am stacking them. That's what I'm doing after this. I'm going to have to open another room. Well, I've got a ranch style house. It's got 2 bedrooms on one end with a bathroom between. And I'm thinking about putting a partition or a door over that
His house
hallway.
is like this. It's going to start going. "Arr."
Right. I'm surprised the aquariums haven't done that in this room. So many heavy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am going to do that. It's got carpet in one room. I don't like that, but
Well, with reptiles, you'd be all right.
it's the dogs and cats that go in there that I have to worry about.
Just put a gate up.
Yeah, I guess I could.
I would. No sense of ripping it up. You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to get sawdust or something on the carpet and you just vacuum it right up or something,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I hadn't even thought about the bedding material. Yeah, that'll be a mess. I've got some big linoleum strips. I might put those down in front of it. I am going to have to open that up. I just can't move in that other room anymore. fact, I may just go ahead and set these up in there instead of the first room. Anyway, jumping snake escape. Did you see? You saw that, didn't you, Sarah? That snake was out of that bag, but I couldn't even blink my eyes. It was gone.
Uh-oh. Did you get it
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, I caught it. I mean, it just tried to crawl out of the room, but real slow. It was like a cobra or something. It was a great big tiger rat snake. It meant business too. Yeah, I used my venomous snake watching skills and I didn't even have a hook, Susie. I had to use my camera tripod thing and hooked it up with that and then got it by the tail. I watched Venom Man. You ever watch him? Oh,
No.
he's awesome. He's always on TikTok late at night, but I just did like him and I got it back in its enclosure. It was happy to be on that hook, but not in my hand. But dang, it literally did. They talk about snakes running and it was out of the bag like a coil. I never saw it. I just saw its tail as it kept going. That's all I saw. Just boom. I was doing a video unboxing and I said, and these things are super fast. And I said, there it went. Just not even a whole second.
You're lucky you caught it.
Yeah. You don't need to watch Venom Man. We have Traveling Man, right? I think I'm Traveling Man, right?
Yeah.
I
You
was
never
last
changed
week.
your name from Sunday.
Yeah, that's the one I'm setting enclosure up for, is that big thing. Now I got to figure out how to get it out of the little snakes thing in there without it jumping across the room again. Bob, you never admit to participating in late night TikToks. That's what I do. That's why I never get any sleep. Huawei. I love the Venom Man. Learned so much on there. So many of the venomous snakes he was talking last night, early this morning about. Somebody was saying, why do you keep these? And he was talking about what this one and this one and this one, how they were curing things and, you know, the things that they took from their venom to cure things and all the research being done. And it was amazing. I had no idea all that stuff was going on.
I learned that on, oh man, I can't remember his name. It'll come to me. He keeps venomous snakes also. Sometimes he'll milk them and send it out
Yeah.
Why?
for anti-venom.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Labs buy it and pharmaceuticals buy it, and it's expensive.
Wow.
Yeah, there used to be like catchers would go out and catch rattlesnakes and just milk the venom and then release them.
Alec almost bought a tokay gecko
Today, gecko.
from, yeah.
Last thing I need. Man.
You know, I got 3 of those little green bush snakes like I had before. Mike, you had some. They had them on sale, 3 for $70 or something like that. And they're big. They're bigger than the ones I had and you had. They're big. They're adults. But I didn't think about getting anything for them to eat. So now I've got to order some geckos. I mean, some anoles. I've got 2 anoles, but I've had those a long, long time. I'm not going to let them eat those.
Did I tell you guys that yesterday when I went down to give lettuce to all my critters, your mastic was on the floor. His enclosure was still closed, and he was on the floor, and it's cold, so he was kind of dark. So I picked him up and put him inside my shirt, like inside my bra area, and like just held him for probably about an hour, and then he started moving and not clawing, but moving. You know, they're super soft. They're like crested geckos soft. They're so soft.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine how he got out. The only thing I can think of is that's the only front opening door that's plexi and not glass. And if that enclosure gets to be 150, 160 degrees,
It bows.
could you think it could have done that enough for him to get out and he
Yeah.
couldn't get back in? He's like,
So I made cheap lids for my aquariums. I wasn't thinking. Whenever I put them on, it looked nice and good.
yeah.
Well, the heat from the water, they're bowed now, which is fine. It's good for me.
Right.
But something like that is not. But it all depends on how thick the plexi is too. If it's thin, It's
Oh,
going to
yeah, it's
go.
pretty thin. It's not an
Yeah, it's
eighth.
going to
It's
go.
bigger than an eighth inch, but it's pretty thin.
Yeah, it'll. Unfortunately,
So I
I learned.
gotta replace them with glass. And
Yeah,
the runners on the bottom are plastic. I would love for the runners on the bottom and top to be metal,
Yeah.
and they get glass to fit.
Yeah.
is that the tank we were talking about when you were showing them off, and I was trying to look for the runners for you?
Yes, yes. Yep. Yep, that's the tank.
That plexiglass tank, the saltwater one behind me, I think that's what, yeah, behind me, it has plastic plexiglass lids that came with it, and they're not as thick as the tank, and they bow, and I'm
Mhm.
periodically turn them
Oh,
over
wow.
and let them settle. They're just sitting on there, but they do the
Yeah.
same thing. I got rid of my two big acrylic tanks that were divided into 4 sections each. Ed took them for me. I was wanting to get rid of them, and so I took those to him either last week or this week.
Lucky. I wanted to so bad.
All you had to do was come and get them. Yeah, we put them in the back seat of my truck. Only one would fit there, and the other in the back, and then took them by his house.
Yeah, he told me about it. I said, "You lucky dog." If I
You
lived
lucky
closer, they'd
dog.
already been in my house. Because as soon as he said about getting rid of them, I said, "Man, I got to drive that far to get them."
Well, I had them sitting in here forever, and I've decided to try and move some of this stuff and make some progress, you know. But they'll be great for breeding tanks, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Wow.
or even fry grow outs.
Right.
Even what?
Fry grow out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Marty.
That's
I
what I
wonder,
had. That's what I had in my head whenever I seen them.
I wonder if June's going tonight. Does anybody know? I haven't seen a link, I don't think, and I haven't seen her in here.
Holy cow! It's been an hour already.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Our time always goes fast, it seems like. A Tokay, what?
Yeah. So Uncle Smiley's saying about the polycarbonate for the lids. You got to see how much that is a sheet now. Oh,
Wow, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
Everything's crazy.
Because the twin wall polycarbonate is what I use on most of my tanks. And I get
right.
it at Home Depot, 8 foot long by 2 foot wide strips. And I come home and cut them up the best way. Like, when you're sewing in a pattern, you make sure you use get the most out of it. And now
I thought they were 4x8.
my Home Depot doesn't have 4x8s. They got 2 foot by 8s.
They were like, it was honestly, I think it was like $60 for that.
Mine's around $60-$70, but it's half of what you got. Isn't that insane?
It's ridiculous.
I mean, it's standing upright with all the other 8 foot ones, but when you pull it out, it's only 2 foot deep.
Maybe it was only 2 foot deep. It's been a while since I looked, and whenever I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to get a sheet of this," and I didn't care, how wide it was or whatnot. And I looked down at the price. I put that son of a bitch.
Exactly. I was like, "What happened?"
I was like, this thing
Craziness.
happening.
Yeah. And stuff like that didn't just go up gradually.
No.
It went up real fast.
Yeah, it was quick.
Right after.
Well,
June is going, and there's her link. So
okay, that's just like the greenhouse panels, the clear, that has the ribs.
Yeah.
It's really expensive now too.
It's crazy. I think we're getting ripped off, guys.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Okay, well, I want to get off here, and everybody, let's head over to June's.
Is the link in the chat?
It is.
Awesome.
It's there.
Because that's perfect. While I'm sitting here putzing around in the workshop.
Yeah. Thin wall polycarb is great. Yep. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and Thuzy, thanks for showing us your wares. I appreciate it. Your wares.
My pleasure.
And Skipper and Mike, thank you. And y'all keep Pam in your thoughts. She's stuffed up, so hopefully she'll
Oh,
be better. And thank you, Huawei, and everybody in the chat. What happened to Susie?
why am
She
I not? I'm right here. You don't see me?
Nope.
you went to a different
There you are.
screen for a second.
There you are.
Oh,
You clicked on the link, so it
I
blacked
did.
it.
I tried to click on the link, and I'm like, I can't. I got these on plastic fingers. I'm like, shit, I can't click on the link.
Thanks, Anthony. I'm trying to beat us over there, huh? All right. Thanks, everybody. See y'all Sunday night, I hope, at Tennessee Fish Mafia.
No, you can see me on Q Aquatic 7 o'clock. No, you can see
Uh,
us at Skipper's channel before that 6 o'clock.
yep. Yep.
And then at 8 o'clock,
True.
we got a guest.
Yeah.
We do
Oh,
for sure. All right. Skipper's got us a guest. Awesome. Awesome.
Sunday night's a great lineup.
It is. It is. Yeah, and I always do that. Jump in and remind me if you have a stream coming up because I don't remember anything. Bye. Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
And